Hello, Trooper here. Um, this is a video of what the Civil War Union soldier would typically wear. His leathers, his clothing, and boots, and etc. I'll be posting another one of how it was worn. So, first, we're going to start with the trousers. So, trousers, sky blue, just regular pants. What was issued to a typical soldier. There probably was different clothing color to different regiments, especially for like different states. But this one's typically for the 20th Maine, which I am a part of. So this is typical. All right. If you're wondering, this right here, it's a little stitch. So because there's a hole in there. Anyways, that. And these buttons are for the suspenders. And then on the shirt, white shirt, commonly issued to them. Typically, the regular men would have their own shirts because that was typically the nowadays kind of shirt, you know. That was kind of just what everyone wore. Maybe there's also different patterns of colors and stuff. But yeah. And then we had the vest, which usually these are given to officers, but like some of the soldiers did have those for like, just occasions, special occasions. And this is mine. So yeah, had a lot of buttons, as you can see, all the way to the bottom. And 3 pockets. One right here, and then 2 right here. And moving on, we have the sack coat. Dark blue, as you can see. Right here, I'm losing a button, which I will have that back sewed on. It just looks exactly like this one. Sorry for my finger in the way. Looks exactly like this one right here. And then as you can see right here, I just figured this out a little recently, how that one looks a little different than these ones. This one has a lot more stripes. Commonly, you would top end had to be buttoned all the time, especially around officers. It was just respect, and there's most likely other reasons why. But I believe it's like that is because of the meaning, but I could be 100% wrong. So yeah, that's the basic uniform. Going on to the boots. Now, I don't know the name of these, so if you guys have the name, you can put them in the comments, please. And yeah, these are just regular boots with the metal heel to make sure that it wouldn't be worn out. And then here we have a sole. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's like very unhistorically accurate, but that's just because that was the one I found that could fit. So, yeah. And then those are the boots, and then here's, I'm just gonna show this. It was on my head. Sorry, it was the hat. The kepi, I think it was called. I think it was called the CEPI. I don't remember. I probably should, but yeah. Anyways, that was the hat that they had to wear. And there was like certain, like the Irish Brigade, I believe, or like Iron Brigade. They had like different kind of style hats. You could probably just look at that up on Google, or some kind of reenactor might have it. But yeah. And then that's the basics. Let's go to oh, you know what? Not every soldier had this. All right, this is just for me and some other people that had glasses. Don't mind the Costco brand. I just got made at Costco. It's pretty cheap. But yeah, this is my prescription on these time frame glasses. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, not all soldiers had this. It was just the ones that needed the glasses, because every soldier needed to know where they're shooting at, right? And then the belt. Have the belt. U.S. Now, actually, fun fact: the South, the Confederates. Dang Confederates! I'm kidding. Confederates here, they would switch it around. If they had the U.S. brand, they would switch it around and turn it to Southern Nation. Yeah. Boo! I'm kidding. And as you can see, 20th. Sorry, 20th Maine. ME for short. Yeah, so that would be more obviously around the waist. This piece right here was to hold the extra slack of belt, just to hold it in place. So yeah, and then on the belt we would wear this, which was a cap pouch. Mine is very dented and stuff. I believe it's an original. Yes, it's very, very worn out. Others are more crisp and they kind of are outward, so they're like newer. And then, speaking of which, another thing that was on the belt was a bayonet for a rifle. I'm not going to show the rifle today, but bayonet right here. Once again, sorry for the loud noise. Bayonet here, which is a little rusty on the top. I have to clean that. But yeah, the bayonet. Yes. Oh, I love that sound. Let's do it again. Oh, yes, awesome. Anyways, yeah, that was used on the belt. And again, I'll be posting a video soon about how it was worn and what side it was worn on. Anyways, that's gonna be all for the belt. Really quick, sorry. For the belt, sorry, once again, sorry. For some soldiers, they would have a knife, which would also be on the belt, just in case for hand-to-hand combat. Not all soldiers would wear that, but just some. So yeah, that's an interesting fact. And now we're going on what they would just wear on their backs. I don't have a backpack, unfortunately, but this is sort of like a backpack. This is called the haversack, which is full of some historically accurate stuff and some not. I still have to invest more in that. Oh my god, sorry for this same car making a lot of noise. But yeah, this haversack, typically, I don't have my mess kit on it right now, but there was a cup that was attached right here for easy access and for more storage. Anyways, open it up here, we have my cloth to wipe down my utensils. So, again, historically inaccurate. Bandages, some people would have bandages, I guess. In my reenactment group, we have our cadets usually having a satchel, and they would have the bandages, which would sometimes be covered in blood to make it historically accurate. They would bandages, and they would just wrap it around the guy when they got shot, just to make them, act like they were doing something. Basically, here I have a unhistorically accurate wipe for my glasses, and then I have some matches. Don't believe this is historically accurate. But yeah, so for that I have some playing cards from not Alcatraz, but I got it from San Francisco on one of my reenactment days. I just went to go buy some. But yeah, this is obviously, oh no, are we time traveling? I'm kidding. This one's not very historically accurate as well, but yeah, just some common stuff. Usually they'll have rations like coffee beans, like that. They would have maybe sugar. What else would they have? They'd have hardtack. Yes, so I actually made some of that. I posted a video about that actually recently, and so they would have 20 ounces. Each soldier would be given 20 ounces of hardtack. So, yeah, 20 ounces of hardtack. Very hard, as you can see. Or as you can, never mind. Very hard. And those were around since I believe I think it was the 1700s. Yeah, because sailors would usually put them in their soup, which most people still do, because it was very bland and hard. So, yeah, good old. Never mind. Anyways, canteen. Now there's lots of different well, not lots of different colors, sorry. There was usually tan, gray, maybe there's a little bit lighter, like baby blue, but mine is obviously dark blue. The cork, yes. It's currently empty right now, but this could hold a lot of water. Not obviously when you're in war, it'd probably look like a little 5-ounce water, because they're so scared. They're drinking lots and lots of water, and oftentimes will not be able to refill. But if you are a reenactor and you aren't always using, you don't really need it very often. It just is like basically a water buffalo. Anyways, yeah, moving on. We have the cartridge box. Yes, cartridge. This is a loaner, so I have some random person's name on it. And then we have right here we go in the center of the chest. Look at that nice eagle, right? Come on. So anyways, yeah, that'd be around, yeah, it has a U.S. thing, and usually Confederates would either keep it on, or they just take it off, because, they're not U.S. And then some people just deal with it, just because, it doesn't really matter about the fashion, it just matters that you have something to keep your ammo in. Usually also some soldiers would have brown, all brown, and then without that. So, this is nice. And then here, I don't exactly remember what keeps in here, this little pouch. So if you know, please put it in the comments. And then if we open this, just tilt it, I still have leftover, this is just for reenactors, right? That's just what the reenactors would use. And so these are the little metal containers, and if you were to take one out, okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to put the camera down. If you would just take it out, let's see. This is my empty one. Okay, here we go. Okay. This would be stored for the extras, and then these would hold the new ones. You get 2 of them. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. So yeah, that is most of the stuff that you would have on you. Now, going to what you would keep usually in pockets. So, on the side coat, you'd have, I don't know if you can see the stitching right here. Mine's very, very big. Let's go ahead and unbutton one so I can show you. Sorry. Okay. So, in this little pocket here. Sorry, sunlighting. Yeah, so in here you can just stuff your hand in there. But here we have, it's not real, it's a replica. But we have some, oh god. Sorry. Some Civil War money, right? It's not real. Once again, it's not. This is $10. I have very more dollar bills and fake ones and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't sell it to people, but I just have them. If you guys want a video where I go through all the money and stuff like that, please put it in the comments. And if you want it, just, I don't know, put a it doesn't matter. Just if you want it, just make sure to mention in the comments. But yeah, so basically just money. And this, I don't know what this is, okay? So I don't know if it is a wallet. I looked it up. It says I got so many different things. I got like wallets. I got German wallets. I got different things. I don't know. I don't know what this is. But for now, For now, I'm just gonna keep it as a wallet. So yeah, I don't know if you do know what this is. Please mention it, because I will be investing in an actual time period wallet. But